Hey guys, thank you for joining me today. Godspot, as you can hear by the strain of my voice. I've been sick all week. I'm still at home. Got my old sick cardigan on, just recovering. But anyway, I want to talk to you about today's topic of the high price of being too nice. It says in Proverbs 27 verse 6, it says these words, that the wounds of a friend are trustworthy, but the kisses of an enemy are excessive. What is warning you and I about? If we're not careful, we can be taken advantage of. Have you ever found yourself saying yes when you really should have said no? There's a man who attended a church. He was a supposedly professional painter. He was telling everyone he was out of work, and the pastor, wanting to do a good deed and be nice to this guy, offered him a job to paint the inside of the church hall. By the time it was finished, it took a lot longer than expected. And it was anything but a professional finish. There was paint on the windows, the door handles, around the skirting. It just wasn't good. And then the man gave the pastor the invoice, which was an astronomical amount of money. And the problem is the man threatened the pastor, who began to query it, that if he didn't pay the invoice, he would take him to court and he would sue him every cent he could. Now that's a bad situation to be in, because you're just too nice. And this is what happens. We all love nice people. We all want to be nice people. But there's such a thing as being too nice, and there are many things that can really go wrong. So let's consider a few of these things. Number one is your time can be wasted. You ever see that person that just likes to talk? I mean, they're very gifted, and you'll find yourself spending so much more time listening to what they're saying, when in reality you don't have the time, and you don't want to interrupt them because you're just being too nice. Number two, you get taken for a ride. When you're too nice, you're more vulnerable to being scammed and manipulated. This is what happens to many people through the internet, emails and messages on their phone. They're such nice people that when someone sends out an urgent plea for help, they don't realize what they're doing. They transfer money and they lose everything. Number three, your limits get crossed repeatedly, time and time again. You know, it's one thing to treat other people with respect and be met with respect. But being overly nice is something entirely. And one of the bad things that can really happen when you're too nice is you get stepped on, and your boundaries are violated over and over again. Number four, often your needs go unmet. It's interesting because when you're nice, you always get left behind. That's why you need to learn the power of no. Number five, you agree to things that you actually don't want to do. And this is what happens. You know, it's the nice people too that always get asked to do something because they don't know how to say no. They feel obligated to care for that sick friend. They feel obligated to listen to you talk to them for hours on the phone. Or they feel obligated to be added to the volunteer list or work responsibilities that it's just simply too much for them. Number six, you help people who misuse your help. Another of the bad things that happen when you're too nice is you end up helping people who are just going to take advantage of you. And they always see, I know you always see the best in people, and you want the best out of people. And by helping them, you think you might be able to redeem them. But many times they're just using you. Number seven, it can lead to repressed frustration, resentment. You know, when you get used after a while because you can't say no because you're too nice, you know what happens? You get angry, you get resentful, and you really don't end up helping those people that really need it. Number eight, you become a magnet for losers and whingers. You know, the problem with being too nice is it often makes you a target for people who have issues, and they want someone to air them out. And guess who they're going to talk to? They're going to talk to you. And when they talk to you, you might not agree with them, and you may not say anything, but your silence implies you agree, and they'll quote you, even though you said nothing. Number nine, finally, you get passed over for promotions. This is another problem of being too nice. You can lose that at work. It's wonderful to get along with your colleagues and foster a positive work environment. When it becomes a problem is when you're so nice that your superiors and co-workers don't see you as serious enough. They start treating you more like an office plant than somebody who has potential and brings something to the plate. Today, your challenge is don't be too nice. Be kind, be respectful, but don't be too nice because you're going to burn yourself out. Hope this helped you. Hit the like button and share with someone you know. Thanks for listening.